Hey everyone, this is your very favorite history teacher. Let me see your transcript. Thank you so much for being with me and my partner in crime, my YouTube bestie, Roxanne, which let me double check. I just said Roxanne. Roxanne, are you with your man? How's everyone doing tonight? Please come on in. Please like, share, and subscribe this. We're going to have an honest and frank conversation. Hey, Roxanne.
Hey, everybody.
How are you doing
I'm good. Can you
tonight?
hear me good?
Oh, yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Good.
So, how was your Thanksgiving, Roxanne?
It was good. It was good. I'm tired of the Thanksgiving food, though. I cooked today. I couldn't take a third day of the Thanksgiving food.
Oh, so are you freezing it up or are you giving it away?
I've already froze half of the ham,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to freeze the rest of the turkey so I can make turkey soup with that.
Oh, okay, that'd be a good idea.
Um, Everything else I'm throwing away.
Yeah, I still have a little thing of dressing left. Um, a little sweet potatoes and also greens. And I have two turkey drumsticks left. So I think I'm
Mm,
gonna do like you. I'm gonna have to freeze it. So
yeah. I still have my pies, though. My banana pies.
I'm out of pie.
And let me tell you,
I'm out of pie.
Jay was just Jay was just in here with that $15 pie, child. You should have heard him. Now he
Mm.
says it was worth $15 because he can
Oh
taste
wow.
the butter, the milk, the eggs. He said I could taste every. He said this pie is better than Mama's pie.
Oh
I was like, stop it. He was
what?
like,
No, he
he said
did
that's
say
how.
better than his mama's pie.
He
Hey,
said that's how good
Nella, Jacqueline
that pie.
Christine. Better than his mama's pie, Jay.
He said that's how good that pie was.
Did he say it was better than your pie?
No, because he really hasn't had any of mine. Because
Oh,
if I'm cooking dinner, I'll make a banana cream pie, but I'm not making all them sweet potato pies and all of that. I'd
hmm
rather just buy them.
yeah, I bought a patty pie. Then my best friend brought me over some buttermilk pie, a
And
slice of
see,
buttermilk pie.
that was what I wanted to get the patty pie.
It
But I
was
said, let me
pretty
stop.
good. It's actually
They
pretty
say it's
good.
good. But I said, let me go over here and get this pie from this farm because they're going to be out of patty pies. And
I
they
thought
were
they were
out of
all
patty pies.
actually when
So,
I got the groceries. They actually have mini patty pies. They didn't have a mini patty pie. They were out of those, and they got me a regular patty pie because I thought they were going to be out too, but it was only the mini ones.
mm, I have to try her pies.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like if you're in a sense like you just really don't have time to make a pie, it's good. And I have to admit, I've made sweet potato pies. They were never as good as my aunt's. Uh,
Hmm.
so patty pie is actually better than my pie. So
Okay.
yeah, I for some reason can't get. I don't know what I try to get right. Hey, Barbara J. Barbara J say hi,
My
Roxanne, my chat and trollers.
Mine are hit or miss. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Yes. Now, what I've
I
had
can't.
no complaints on is when I do the dressing. Every time I cook it, everyone's
Okay.
like, the dressing is good. So I was like, okay, I find what my niche is.
Yeah, everybody like my dressing until they find out that it's stovetop and I done dressed it up. Then they turn their nose up. But
Why
before
you
then, it's
tell
like
people? You
it's
don't
like,
tell
oh my
people
God,
that.
this is so good. You did a good job on the dressing. Then when I say it's stovetop dressed up, they be like, oh.
Don't tell them it's stovetop dressed up.
I'm like, you know what?
You can say it's a secret recipe. You can't tell
Yeah,
nobody.
that's what I'm gonna start saying.
It's a secret recipe. You can't tell nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So what? So Jay is over there in his pie. Boys underneath the table trying to get me to rubbing. I think the fellas said that they were gonna be. They're probably in the bushes. Hey fellas. Hey Daryl. Hey Marcellus. They
Hey
probably.
guys, did you buy your bed?
No, I
Or you
haven't bought the
still
bed
looking?
yet. I'm still looking. I'm looking at what you had, and I was actually wanted to go out today to look at beds, but then I got up and I was just like, it was raining. It's been raining like the past 2 days. It's been raining all day long, and I was just like, I'm not going out anywhere. It's too much. I'll have to do it next week,
Mhm.
but it is on my list, and I also want to get a lamp for my bedroom so I can read.
Yes, I
A
need some
Kindle,
lamps.
and I need one for my desk. Just like not the LED lights, but just a desk light to read or look at the screen. Because sometimes I'm grading papers or I'm grading, look at doing stuff for YouTube. I don't need a overhead light. I just need one like on the desk.
You know what I'm gonna do too is I need to start hanging some curtains in here
Mm.
because when I came, Jay has curtains in the living room,
Hmm.
the real nice curtains in the living room, but the bedroom, all he has is these damn blinds, and I'm getting ready to change that. But we need some
I actually
curtains.
like the blinds too, but I switched around my bedroom. I need a couple of blinds because a couple of the blinds got broke. I got the long vertical ones, and I like them, but it's bringing in too much sunlight during like the early morning. Like I'm still asleep, and I'm like I see light, and I'm like, no, I know I got another hour of sleep. I don't. The light is disturbing me, so I
You a
gotta
whole
get.
mess. You a
I am.
whole mess.
This is the weird thing. This is a weird thing. I don't want light peeking out of the blinds to wake me up in the morning, but then I need a light at night in the hallway because
Mm,
I can't stand for it to be totally dark.
Lord.
So I got the hallway light on or the bathroom light on. Oh, so yeah, I'm a mess. I'm a complete mess. So please hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button. So I know we were supposed to go on last week, but we didn't get a chance to. How are you feeling, Roxanne? You feel better? Because I had everybody and their mama praying for you.
Child, my mouth still. I had the hardest time eating this chicken I fried today. I still can't open my mouth.
No.
I have never, ever, ever been numbed up like that and had it this bad. My whole
Oh,
jaw is locked up.
everybody and their mama
And
praying for you. Oh,
and
sorry.
this is and thank God I can still eat. Cause y'all know I would have been if I couldn't eat, I'd be at the hospital.
I was trying to figure that out. So I was like, what's Roxanne gonna do? Is she just gonna eat mashed potatoes, dressing, and pie?
Mm-mm.
If she can't open her mouth?
Cut it up real small.
Is that what you did with the steak last week?
Mm-hmm. Cut it up real small. But I'm greedy. So I don't want to be cutting up no little. I'm greedy. Shit.
Look, did you still have two steaks?
You know I did.
Oh, Roxanne, you get your way, don't you?
Child.
I remember that time you had the 1.5 steaks. You were so bad.
I sure was. Why would you cook one and a half?
But he
And
had three steaks, and I was thinking like, well, one for each person. He was like, no, I'm supposed to have
exactly. Well, see what you don't understand, Kim,
two.
is that also means I gotta cook the next day because he didn't make enough steaks.
Oh,
Yeah, see, it's more to it than
it's your
just me
fault,
being
Jay.
greedy.
She must have two steaks.
That's right.
You must have make sure this woman has two steaks.
Please.
You're gonna have to have Jay do like a cooking thing on your show, on your channel. How he makes his steaks. I don't know if you want him to do that though. Maybe you don't want the secret out.
If I can get him to take off them damn socks.
Speaking of socks, you might want to hide your socks from Jay.
Oh no, let me tell you something. Okay, so I can tell you this now.
Okay.
So, I'm really particular about my socks,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly it's because my feet are probably the smallest feet in the house. So if you put on my socks are not going to fit anymore.
Yeah, because they don't stress them
So
out.
my kids know when they were
Mm-hmm.
in the house not to put on my socks because you was going to get cussed the hell out.
Oh,
I was going to
damn.
fuss you out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how boys are. They so trifling. My son one time went and picked up my dirty socks up off the damn floor and put them on. Because to him, my dirty socks really wasn't dirty. They was really clean.
Okay. Wait, what?
Cause he's a boy.
Yeah, he's a boy, yeah.
And I fussed him out. But anyway, so I always ask for socks for Christmas, but at this point they say they're not buying me no more socks for Christmas, and they have banned all socks for Christmas. But I did find one victim. Her name was Kimberly. Let me see your transcripts, who fell for the okie doke.
I didn't know it was okie doke. I asked you, what did you want? I kept asking, what do you want for Christmas? You like, and I was gonna get you a purse. You were like, I already bought myself a purse. The one I want is too expensive. I was like, okay. Then you told me what you wanted.
No, I don't want you or Jay buying me purses, because it's not that I like nice purses.
Mm-hmm.
I like a $400 purse, but I like a $400 purse that I only pay $100 for.
More. Okay.
Or I like having $400 purses. I mean, four $400 purses that I only pay $400 for.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So it's like I have to constantly. Jay is like, well, I'm getting ready to go, but no, because he's just going to spend $400 on the pocketbook. Hell no. No, I need the pocket. It has to be a deal. It has to be a deal. So that's why I don't like people buying me bags.
Well, I haven't really decided what I really wanted for Christmas yet. Right now, I'm just trying to get what everyone else wants. I'm supposed to talk to my aunt tomorrow. She said my cousin said she wants to talk to me tomorrow, so I asked what she wants for Christmas. My cousin said he doesn't want anything. He says that every year. My brother doesn't know yet. I just sent off yours today and Marcellus, and I gotta figure out how to send Daryl's.
My socks.
So you can't open them unless it's like really, really freezing in Belleville. I know you're in Illinois.
No, I have some socks.
Okay. I tried to find you some long wool sexy socks that Jay might like to see you wear.
They said, we are not buying you any more socks. Stop telling us to buy you socks. And I'll get ready to call everybody and she called Errol and told them not to buy me socks. But they don't know you. They don't know you, Kim.
Nope. You tell me what you want. You be specific. That's what I'll get you. So, but yeah. But so I know we had mentioned briefly last week, and I know me and you had talked about it. Me and the fellas too. Which do you prefer, monogamy or polygamy? So can you tell the audience, the followers, subscribers, which one you prefer, Roxanne, or which one you rather,
Monogamy. Yeah, I'm not sharing no man. I mean, child, please. Who the hell does he think he is? That he deserves me and another one? Child, please. No.
So if Jay came home and said, you know what, Roxanne, Hey, Matt, Cersei, glad you made it. Like, I really want. I think I need another wife. You already do a lot here. This person's gonna help you. It's gonna be your sister wife. You get to pick the sister wife, and we can sit down and have what qualifications, and we even gonna look for one online and everything. You wouldn't go for that, Roxanne?
Is he gonna have sex with her, or she just here to clean up?
Let's say he says yes. She's gonna have like a certain night of the week. He's gonna be with her.
No, I'm not doing that.
No. Okay. But if she was like, if she could do everything else but sex, you were like, yeah, I can deal with this sister wife thing.
But she can't have sex with either one of us. Look, I told you. Look, didn't I tell you could come and be our sister wife?
You did say that.
And I told you could cheat on us and everything. You just all you gotta do is help me clean and cook.
Child. How would you introduce me to the rest of the family?
Oh, this is my girlfriend. Yeah, I said it. This is my girlfriend. No, but no.
What are the grandkids supposed to call me?
My grandkids are off the chain, child. That's my grandmother's girlfriend. That's what they're going to say. And I'm going to teach them to say it just like that. That's my grandmother's girlfriend. You know they bad as hell. That's my grandmother's girlfriend.
And then the little one will probably eat my dressing tomorrow. Who made this dressing?
Don't never talk unless it's about some food.
Long as I help clean and fix them. Okay, Roxanne.
You can have extramarital affairs. Shit. No, but I mean, I would think that would be a very lonely life for a woman.
Mm-hmm. Why? I mean, she has a sister wife, a husband, kids, stepkids.
I don't particularly care for women as a whole anyway.
Oh, really, Roxanne? Damn.
I do not like women. So if you're a woman and I like you, I really like you.
Okay. I'm glad you like me, Roxanne.
Yeah, I really like you.
I hate for you not to like me.
Well, it wouldn't be, you wouldn't know it. I just wouldn't, Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. But I don't like women as a whole anyway. I typically would have more male friends than I would female friends.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Tia.
Okay, because I just think guys are easier.
Guys are easier. Okay, what if your daughter came to you and said, "Mom, I'm getting married, but I need you to understand he's a polygamist, so I'm marrying him and his wife or wives."
You would have to know my daughter to know that they're in a hell of a lot of trouble messing around with my daughter.
Oh, Lord.
I'd feel sorry for them.
What?
My daughter's a very strong woman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's a very strong woman.
You be praying for the people?
I'd be praying for the people. Lord Jesus, help that woman. Help that woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. I have to pray on her sometime because that mouth, is dangerous.
See,
what that mouth do is disrespectful as hell.
Oh, wow.
She is tough. She should have been a lawyer. I couldn't get her to go to law school, though.
Oh, okay. You never know. She can always go later.
Yeah, but she's vicious with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just think, so I could never, I wouldn't probably like the other women anyway. Mm-hmm. But I would think that, so, okay, say that it's two of you. So and then you have kids between you. Mm-hmm. So your time is split with another woman plus split with children. You have very little time with this man,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
And then you're having sex behind another woman.
Yeah.
You're sharing fluids and oh God.
Mm.
And then he typically likes the last one that comes in better because usually she's younger.
Mm.
So I'm sure that they have low self-esteem somewhere, I would think. I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know if you ever saw this show called Big Love. I used to love this show, Big Love, and I watched it.
Oh, me too.
And so I noticed
I
like the first wife, she was headstrong, but it was like weird because she like had cancer, and so he brought in the second wife to take care of her, but then she got better. And then I noticed, like you said, the third wife, it seemed like he liked her better. She was younger. I did think she kind of like had, low self esteem. Hey, legit doctor. Hey, Betty Yellick. And then, but it seemed like he also still loved the first wife, but he was trying to juggle all three wives and their kids. And it was like each couple of days, he was at a different house.
Right. And did you see when he started having an affair with his first wife
Yeah,
behind the
and I
other
was
two
like,
wives back? I'm like,
but the third
wow.
wife didn't care. It was the second wife who got upset. Because I think she was
Mm-hmm.
always upset about her position. She was number two. She was never number one. Even though her father was actually like really high up in the church, in their, you know. Hey, Daryl. Yeah. Unlike you and TA, I've always wanted to, like I said, have women friends. And to be honest, Marcellus and Daryl are my first guy friends that I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah. Well, no, as an adult.
Mm.
I
Well, you know what? I work with all males too.
mm-hmm.
So I think that played a big part.
Hey, Medina.
Well,
Hey,
a male dominant field, let's say
mm-hmm.
that.
Oh, okay. So you saw more men around. Okay, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had, maybe classmates that were guys that was friends. I think one of my best friends from elementary, he was a guy, but he was also a gay guy. So actually Marcellus and Daryl, my first two male heterosexual friends that I've had. So yeah.
Now, if Daryl had grew up with me, and Daryl would have probably been trying to screw all my the few girlfriends that I did have, Daryl would be trying to screw all of them.
Oh.
But Daryl and I would have been the best of friends.
Oh, okay. I think so too. Legit doctor, did you just say Strata be number one? The number one wife?
Oh, hell no.
Number one or the only one? I do.
Strive.
I do. And I actually had a really good chat with my best friend offline about it. And I said, I was telling her about my communication skills and that I'm having, and she was like, yeah, it's because you're just now having men as friends. So it's taking you a while to get to understand them versus us women. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why Daryl can, and Daryl knows just how to get, and you just don't get it. Daryl knows just how
Every
to
damn
say the
time.
right thing to send
Every
you off,
damn time.
and you ain't figured it out yet. You go right
Sometimes,
there.
sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes I figured it out, and other times it just like there's a trigger, and I just can't. Yeah. So that's why if you ever notice, sometimes Daryl will say something. I'll say, you know what? You're right, Daryl. I don't want to say nothing else.
And you notice how with Marcellus, if I'm eating ice cream and cookies in the middle of the night, you notice Marcellus won't say nothing to me, right? You know why he won't say nothing to
No, he
me?
never says anything to you.
Because
Never.
I'll say, Marcellus, go to hell. I'm eating my damn ice cream. Leave me alone, Marcellus.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
He ain't
Gator
gonna mess with
girl. Hey,
me.
Gator girl, she said, I need more male friends. Send us sister some tips. Roxanne? That'd be your expertise.
Well, I worked in the industry with mostly males. So I had a lot of friends that way because I work with men all the time, mostly. And really preferred to work with men.
Mm-hmm.
Men say what they mean what they say. Easier to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
They're not emotional usually.
Mm.
And I typically want to be the most emotional person in the room. I don't want to have to deal with another female's emotional ups and downs. Oh God, that's just too much. I don't even know how men do it. I swear I don't. Women,
Oh.
you know those, and this is this type of woman that drives me crazy. The one that's always all over the place. She's emotional. She's crying. She's this. She's that. She's all over the place, and she doesn't sit. See that right there? That
It
type of woman.
sounds like me.
Huh?
I said, it sounds like me.
No. I'm gonna show you that type. One of these days, I'm gonna show you that type of person. And that shit drives me. I can't do it. I can't. And then what I notice is women, I have found this over and over again, will be jealous of me, even if I don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, just because they think I do.
Mm-hmm.
I could be broke as a joke.
Yeah.
They could actually have more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But because they assume that they don't, women can be very jealous and catty.
And I totally understand that because I worked for one high school I worked for. And for some reason, every time I have a female principal, it's always, I don't know, they're trying to prove themselves, but I always have I have a problem with them. Either their personality, and one principal I had, she was friends with the department chair. That was her, her Ace Boon Coon, or I'm sorry, I should say her road dog, her homegirl, her buddy. So if I get in trouble with the department chair, I get in trouble with the principal too.
Mm-hmm.
And it was and I was knowledgeable about my job was, what I did, but it was like the department chair was threatened by that. And so she just was like, then she just had to end for me. And the principal did too. And I ended up it got so bad, I actually ended up resigning for that job. It was just a horrible experience. I never understood, And then, ironically, but I made some really good friends there that I'm still friends with to this day. And shout out to my friends Susan, Ernie, and Loretta. We used to call ourselves the Bad Girls. Me and Susan used to call ourselves Thelma and Louise because it was like, damn, we're always in trouble for something. So we're all still friends. And then when I became another teacher at another high school, another female principal, and it was just like, but this time it was reversed. She didn't like the department chair. She preferred me, but it's only because I did the stuff the department chair didn't do. So it's like, I don't know if it's because of their age. And this is a weird thing. They both were in the same sorority. And I was like, y'all supposed to be sorority sisters. Y'all supposed to get along.
Right.
How are y'all not getting along here?
Mm-hmm. So, and that's why I didn't pledge either. Mm-hmm. I don't like y'all. I'm like, I don't like y'all bitches. I'm going to be me for me. Ain't messing with y'all.
This is weird because my best friend that's offline, she, no one knew she was pledging. When she was pledging. And they were like, and I forgot what her nickname was, but it was like, she was just so low key. And then, but yeah, and so, yeah. So she likes to be around people, but at the same time, she does, like you said, she has some me moments. So Christine said, that's why I don't go to, TA said,
church with women pastors.
About your family and kids at work. Ooh. Okay. That's why I don't go to church with women here because they're very petty and hot. You know what? My mother's pastor was a woman pastor, and I did notice that she was very. But I noticed like she was very petty to the men. And there was one man. He was so sweet, such a sweet man, very nice man. And she would always try to say things to undermine what he said or did. And I just didn't understand. Like, this man is nice. He's not trying to take your job. So I just didn't understand it.
Yes, so she'd have a problem with me if that was my husband.
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk to my husband any kind of way, miss.
Faithful followers, faithful givers in the church. And I was just like, why does she treat we always and everyone noticed it, but it was like, okay, you know, it was just yeah. So but yeah.
And see, men, if they don't like you, they'll basically just look at you and say, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't like you either. Okay. But we don't have to like each other to work with each other. Cool.
Yeah.
And those people, and the crazy thing is, those people are the people that you usually end up being really good friends with.
Mm-hmm.
But women just, they're just very, because they're very hard to, women are very hard to understand for me. Sometimes they can be really hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get it now. But they were very hard to understand.
Mm-hmm.
I never understood where they were coming from, why they did the things they do, why they were so mean sometimes.
I know. And then like I grew up and then I started sounding like my mother or my aunt. And I'm like, who is this person that's talking right now? Like, now I get it. I get why they were doing that. But I also get that sometimes I thought I didn't like, you know, how I was treated or how my brother was treated, you know. But it's a generational thing too, I think.
Well, that's part of my gray hair thing. I feel like I look like my mother with the gray hair.
But you don't. We don't see that.
But I see it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I only dye the gray hair that I can see. If it's in the back of my hair, I don't really care.
That's true, Tanika. Sometimes you're not even competing with them. You're just being yourself. Like to me, I was a overachiever, still am, and I was just trying to do a great job. But they had a problem with me, like, oh, she thinks she's better than everything. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, and I even had rumors about me around the school, and I was just like, I'm not competing with you. I'm actually competing with myself on what I did yesterday. I'm trying to be better version of myself today. You think I'm competing with you and I'm not, you know? So, but how do we get on this topic? Oh, you said you couldn't handle another woman in a relationship. Okay. All right. Yes, can we please get 20 likes? We got to stop, take a brief intermission. Where did Roxanne go? I'm all alone. She'll be back. Hey, Roxanne.
Hi. Sorry, y'all.
No, I was talking. I was like, where's Roxanne? I'm all alone.
Now, I have never met Tanika Shanette. I could tell we would get along.
Mm-hmm.
We would get along because she's a thick girl like me, and you can tell that her she has high self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
She's not thinking about another chick.
I need to rub on her to get some of that for you and her.
She has high self-esteem. We would hit it off. We would be fine together.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Hey, Sullivan.
And I know that, and I've never even met her. But you can look at, because I'm older now, you can look at women and tell which women you would get along with and which women you'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah. I totally understand. Because sometimes I'll meet my friends' other friends, and I can tell, like, oh, I really like that person. That person's really cool. And then there'll be some other one be like, I'll be polite. You know, I can be my mature, polite self. But later on, I'll tell my friends like, "Hey, just let you know, you don't have to invite me out with this person if you don't want to." Like, no. And they'll tell me the same thing. They were like, I like so and so, but I don't like the other person. So if y'all go out, you go out with this one, you can call me. If you go out with the other one, I don't. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll know who will end up cussing you out or making flick comments, and then you'll know.
Yep.
And also, you'll know which friend will get triggered. Like I said, I have five best friends when we grow up. I know that one friend may trigger another one, and so it has to be a certain time period or certain activity we can do something that is okay, so that those triggers won't come up. Because I end up being like the peace, because I'm a Libra. I end up being the peacemaker, making sure everyone gets along. Let's do this. Yeah.
Now, April, April
Mm-hmm.
that does our what you call 'em?
Yeah, that
If
does
me
our.
and
Mm-hmm.
editing, if me and April went out and we were drinking, April would leave me.
Why? Wait.
She wouldn't. She wouldn't have the patience for me.
Really?
Mm-mm. And I know it. She wouldn't have the patience for me because I'm a be loud, telling jokes, having a good time. She's more laid back and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Now I ain't never seen her drunk or anything, but I
Mm.
think I would be a little too much for April.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct, man. Search disease, and that's what me and my best friend we were talking about today about triggers and I think that's why sometimes my friends now we don't go out as often as we did in the past because I think for us we know what triggers us and how some of the other friends may trigger us. So we just choose not to hang out at certain times. Like when we do hang out with certain times, it's like, okay, I gotta prepare myself for who's gonna be there. And I have to help steer the conversation in a certain direction. Yeah, it is a lot.
It is a lot, man, church disease. And if I'm drinking,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God.
Oh,
And
yeah,
one person gets triggered,
oh Lord.
I'm
And
gonna
then
start talking shit and tell it all.
at
And
one
everybody gonna be mad at me.
at one time I wasn't even at an event and heard about it later on. And I was like, oh Lord. And one friend triggered the other, and the other friend didn't steer the conversation, and I wasn't there to steer the conversation, and it just got bad.
Hmm.
And
And
so
that's true, man, church
it got
disease.
yeah, and it just got bad. And I think also has to do with the fact that we go older. There's some things we won't stand for anymore, and also because sometimes our friends are at different stages in their life. Like I think me and
Hmm.
my closest best friend, like we talk to each other. We try to become each other's accountability partner. We try to reinforce positive things about each other, but also at the same time make sure, like, hey, you need to work on this. You said you're going to do this. And this is what you're going to do. Um, and we both try to surround ourselves with positive people. However, not all of my friends have done that, and so
Hmm.
they're still acting the same or choosing to go a different route that doesn't really mesh well with what we're doing. So it's like, okay, we got to handle them in small doses, you know?
And I can remember being out with some friends, and I had this one girlfriend who used to talk really bad to her boyfriend in front of everybody.
Hmm.
And I got to drinking. Lord have mercy.
Oh.
And after I fell off the bar dancing,
Mm-hmm.
I told her about herself.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's when the fight started.
Oh, what were you drinking? Hey, Trisha.
I
I
don't know,
Leah.
but I mean, it's embarrassing for to me. It's embarrassing for you to sit there and talk to this man like you're talking to him, and it's a whole man. And like Marcella says, some women don't know how to talk to men.
Mm-hmm.
And if you knew how to talk to so everything you saying that's bad about him, if your ass knew how to talk to him, his ass wouldn't be that bad. Now imagine me saying that drunk. Half
Oh.
the words were like in the wrong place and all of that. And the more I talked, people started laughing
Oh, she
because
did
they knew
that.
what I was trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
I was trying. Okay.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
but it's embarrassing.
Okay, for future reference, what were you drinking?
Probably some white liquors. That's all I ever. That's all. Because I'm not a drink. You know, I'm not a drinker.
You drink the
So
straight. You drink it straight or on the ice. You don't drink mixed drink.
I'll drink it straight.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right. I just
So
gotta know when we finally meet and we go out and I see you drinking. I'm like, oh Lord.
so if I have 2 shots, I'm drunk. I'm like drunk with 2 shots. I'm like a lush. It doesn't take me. It doesn't take much at all. But if you do something stupid, because I'm feeling good, I'm talking trash, and
Mhm.
most of my friends know, they don't really pay me any attention. Oh, she drunk. My family don't pay me any attention, they just talk more shit. And it's funny, usually, but there's always the one person who gets mad,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay. Medina still saying men are better to deal with. Hey, Mississippi girl. Yeah, me too. Icelia, I'm the advice friend. Which I wasn't always the advice friend. One of our friends moved away, and so it was like she got busy, so I became the advice friend because we used to have another friend who was our advice friend. Hold on, y'all. Wow, I might have to rename this live. We talking about monogamy and we even got to we got a little bit monogamy, polygamy, and everything else. Oh, I wanted you guys to also just, if I didn't before, TA and Gator Girl 4 are uh, my 2 new moderators. I know them from the Anti Forward Warrior group that I guess I'm officially in. We usually hang out over in Linen Honor or Anti Gali or, Linen Honor, either King Kong Crazy or Pastor Lee's chat or Rev G's chat. So, okay. Trisha said, I'm going to go back and sit in the bush and sip on my water and listen. Okay, Trisha. Okay. Roxanne, you back?
Yeah. Oh, I
Okay.
was just a talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had put you on mute for a while because I heard Jay in the background. He was
Yeah,
talking.
I told him to be quiet. Shut up.
Oh,
Shit.
I didn't want nobody to hear you say that to him.
Damn. He coming in here trying to tell me about the fight, I
Oh,
guess.
who
I
won the
don't know.
fight?
I don't know because I can't hear him because I have my earphones on.
Oh, okay.
So I can't hear what he's saying anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be rude. I don't want to think I was being rude and muting you. I just did it because I heard Jay in the back, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna tell him something. Let me mute it so that everybody
I was just I was just talking to you. Yeah.
Shut up, Marcella.
There goes Thor. Iceland, that's exactly what happens. I be dancing on the. But see, y'all have to understand the type of family I come to. My family. I come from a family of shit talkers,
Mm.
and we talk trash. I mean, it's funny and it's all in jest. It's not anything hurtful. There's always a little bit of truth mixed in with a little bit of lie mixed in, which makes it even hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But then there's always the one person who gets in their feelings.
Mm.
because of the little bit of truth that's mixed in. But anybody that's in my family, they know better than to get upset because, that's just what we do. But yeah, I be dancing on tables too.
Me, I just get warm and fuzzy, and if it's too much liquor, I get hot and uncomfortable, and I just want to like, I'm taking off my sweater, I'm taking off my jacket, and you're like having to tell him, stop.
Who put the hammer on me, mad church disease?
No, he says because I when I'm having controls, I put too much power and I start doing all kind of stuff like muting people or.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she did though. Man.
I wasn't trying to do that. James in the background talking to you.
And what you say, Kim? There ain't no telling what he gonna say.
I didn't know what he was gonna say, and I didn't know what you were gonna say to him. So I was like, he likes to come in and talk about, hey, chocolate baby. We don't know. One time he came in and he was like, I'm like, oh Lord. So, let me ask you a question, Roxanne. Like me personally, I have to say, I do prefer monogamy. I don't want to share the man with any other woman. I don't want you having a side or whatever. And stuff like that. But at the same time, I guess I'm in a way I'm a serial monogamist because I always go from one long-term relationship to the next. But I think though, in hindsight though, if I as a woman could have 4 husbands, I might be down for polygamy because then I was like, okay, it's equal now. It's not just men being able to have 2 or 3 or 4 wives.
Kim, how are you possibly going to fuck 4 dudes in a week's time?
We get on a schedule. It's 7 days in the week.
Yeah.
And plus I need the husbands to do certain things. I need one to do the yard work. I need one to fix up the house. If we have kids, then one of them needs to pick them up from school. I'm probably going to be a professional, probably the one that makes the most money.
Then you'll have 4 of them walking around talking about Roxanne. Roxanne. What, Jay? Come here. What is it, Jay? Come here. I got to show you something. You have 4 of those.
They got to be 4 different personalities. No.
You have 4 of those.
And then if it's like big love, then each person would have it'll be like maybe one middle house in the middle, and then it'll be like maybe 2 houses on either side. Or one house on either side.
That's too much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, and another one keep the bedroom going. Exactly.
Well, this is the thing, mad church disease. At 51, I'm at my height. Okay? This is like the time when, good gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can't imagine having 4 men. Mm-hmm. I'm not built that way. She's not built like that. She don't do that. Yeah, and emotionally, how do you support emotionally and mentally more than one husband? Damn, you're just asking for work. Shit.
But Roxanne, you're the one who said you get along better with men than women, so I would think you could handle 4 husbands.
I don't want 4 husbands calling my goddamn name all the damn time. I love my husband. I love my husband dearly, honey. But child, no.
Okay. You have a good point, man. So if one wife doesn't have her sex drive, then he can get. I guess he can get a new wife. But then, if I'm a woman, shouldn't I be able to get a new husband if he loses his sex drive?
Well, he'll lose it before you'll lose it. How about that, mad church disease?
Wait. Tanika said her husband is listening. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Girl. I be tired as hell, but I be having a lot of fun.
Girl, you better do those Kegel exercises. That's all I can say.
Marcus said, Kegel exercises,
Marcus,
yeah.
You're going to have to, or that thing going to be falling apart.
Mm-hmm. Marcus said, don't be giving my crazy ass no ideas. That's Tanika's husband. That's funny. I thought he wasn't listening. He be nosy. He being nosy. He took his hand to let me know he heard us. So what is
okay, Mississippi girl?
Have sex anymore? So women, because of childbirth and other things, lose it.
I ain't never lost it. Not ever. Now I know if I asked Jay if he want another wife, he'd say hell no. He don't want another one of me either.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Where is he?
Wait, T.I. said no woman wants a man that another woman don't want.
T.I. said what?
T.I. said no woman wants a man that another woman don't want.
Shit. Another man, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's not true.
Medina says, I can handle the sex part with no problem, but nurturing a man correctly would be difficult for me.
And Daryl shaking his head. Daryl, more. I can't imagine having one of you. You would drive me crazy. See, that's why we would be good friends. Because I would probably hook Daryl up with the girls I don't like. Knowing that he would drive them crazy.
Why are you shaking your head, Daryl? That we want, like, women can have 4 husbands?
No, he's mad at me because I don't want 4 husbands and 4 dicks to have to worry about.
Oh, okay.
He says I'm judgmental.
Oh.
I know my limits, shit.
Know your limits. I don't know. I'm just saying if polygamy is okay for men, then I think it should be okay for women too. You know.
Well, I agree. I think it's just as fucked up for men as it is for women.
Okay, you know who I really would like to have been over here? We could have asked him some more questions. Was Diva the Divine Light? Because remember, her and her husband, well, they're in an open marriage. But I guess that's different from polygamy. And maybe we need to find someone who is a polygamist. And they can tell us about.
The closest we got is Daryl.
Daryl's not a. You trying to say Daryl's a polygamist?
I said that's the closest we have. But Marcellus says that men and women aren't meant to be monogamous. That's what he says.
Yeah, because he was saying something about no other species. There are other species that don't couple up for life.
No other species talks and walks around either, though. Talks and walks on 2 feet either, though.
Loving committed should require more mentally, emotionally than sexually. Okay. Passion Jones has 2 husbands. Who's Passion Jones?
Oh Lord,
Who's
2
Passion?
of them.
Do you think that maybe at one time, because there's been debatable that women demand monogamy from women demand monogamy from men?
We got a question for you.
Huh?
Would you want 2 wives? Be in a polygamous relationship? Hell no. He said hell no. Told you. Okay.
Okay, I'll look her up. Passion Jones. I'll look her up.
Hey, I'm calling. I ain't answering. I ain't opening it.
Close the door.
I don't care about this shit.
So you will have one every. So a man can have one wife for every day of the week. You would be okay with that, Matt Church Disease? So let me say this: if polygamy is actually more natural or better than monogamy, is that why it seems that some men aren't happy with monogamy? Even though I think growing up, women, we were taught like, get married, you have kids, da, 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 and that's what we really want. And then these men get in these monogamous relationships, and they don't want to be, so they got to have a side person on the side, and it's like they probably really should be polygamous.
Those odds have never affected me, Mad Church Disease. Not ever.
I mean, like the cleanup woman.
He said you talk too much.
Oh, that's a good point. Can a man manage a financial responsibility of a 7-wife household? Tanika Shanette said, if he had 2 wives, wait, what Tanika said? Marcus said the other one had to not have a mouth. Oh my goodness. Your husband said, he said if he had 2 wives, one had to not talk. Oh. Actually, in the world, there's a rise on more men than women. Oh, what have we done? Roxanne, what have I done? Hold on, what did I wouldn't want 7 wives. Hell no, that's too many asses to kiss and too many gifts to buy.
I think that's what he said, Tanika.
Yeah, some of them feel like monogamy is like the old ball and chain. It's also like, you ever heard of cuffing season, like handcuffed? But it doesn't necessarily, marriage, but it's like a certain time of the year where it's like, oh, this is cuffing season when people like couple up a pair up. Usually it's September through April, September through March.
I think I would rather be single than to be in a what you call them, relationship,
an
polygamous relationship or open relationship. I'd just be single.
An open marriage will feel more comfortable to me than monogamy in the long run. Okay.
Well, I believe that would be best for you, Medina. Because Medina is, I guess you would say, sexually fluid.
Mm-hmm. Adventurous, more open.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think Tanika might. I think we might have gotten Tanika's husband in trouble. He got his own self in trouble.
Uh-oh. Run. Run. Like Kim
Bye,
says.
Marcus. So, any of you ladies would like to come up and give your
I think Mad Church Disease needs to come up here and give us that, what he was saying the other day.
uh
Although I hate to hear it.
okay, here you go. Come on up. Anyone? My soul is only interested in monogamous relationships, though. I understand, Medina. Come on. Will there be one? Come up on the stream. Are y'all shy this week? Y'all was shy the other week, 2 weeks ago.
Really, Medina? I'm surprised. I thought you'd be more happier.
She said she would like a open if she would choose open marriage over polygamous marriage, but she said she's interested in a monogamous one.
Mm.
Hey,
Am I on
Tanika,
the show? I'm on the show.
Yeah, you on the show.
I ain't even girl. I was just coming to get on the show. Marcus is sticking his head in here every 5 minutes. And he out there in the hallway listening. It's fit to get cold next week. It's gonna be 28 degrees. I'm gonna remind him how much I talk so he can be cold. Stay in there.
Don't do him like that.
Marcus like that.
Don't do him like that. He ain't mean it.
Marcus, you should have said no. Like Jay did.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said Marcus should have said no when Roxanne asked Jay did he want 2 wives or more than 1 wife, and Jay said no. Marcus should have said no.
Because when y'all came on, I said I'm supposed to get on. I'm supposed to listen to the show. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna go in the front because I ain't gonna pay no attention to y'all." And he done stuck his head in here 5 times.
Marcus, you can listen too.
You might as well stay in here.
I remember that time we were on and you said he was asleep in the bed, but then he started
talking. He be listening.
We like you, Marcus. You can come on back in.
I'm sure he hear y'all. He hear. He'll stick his head back. See there? Look at him.
Hey, Marcus. It's okay. You can come in the room.
I knew it. What you think you gonna hear in here? We be talking about everything.
Everything.
Yep.
So what do you think about I know you and Marcus have been married 20 years, and so Marcus said one has to not talk. But what about you? Would you want another husband, a second husband in a relationship?
I don't want to train nobody else.
Ain't that the truth? Tell me about it.
Like I got him like everything, like his clockwork. Like I don't know. I don't lost my patience for that. So I don't know. I don't think so at this point in my life.
I'm still trying to get Jay to pick up his clothes in the bathroom. Shit.
I got Keely got 2 more years and my house gonna be empty. I don't think I haven't got time to be teaching about nothing else.
Oh wow. Interesting. What if you were younger?
I don't know. I don't know if I would be whatever. He said no, she won't.
Now he got the nerve to be getting jealous.
Yes. I don't know.
Because in a lot of the monogamous polygamous relationships, the first or second wife, they help choose the sister wife.
Wow, I don't know.
So
I have to think on that. If I would think that, was I ever at a point to where if I had the option, would I take it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You could choose an ugly one.
Ooh, no.
It wouldn't be for you. It'd be for him.
It gotta be
Remember?
my time. But you know what I always said though, even just like entertaining another man in general, if I ever made the idea, I had the thought of stepping out, it would have to be like someone that's worth my time. Like if I get caught, I'd be like, you know what, I did. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like it was Idris Elba or Lenny Kravitz.
It wouldn't be nobody like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I cheated. You know, it'd be like, dog, I don't even know, man.
Damn,
You know what I'm saying? If you gonna do it, make it worth your time. You cheat up. You don't cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do men cheat down all the time?
Yeah,
Y'all notice that? They always do that.
No idea. I have no idea. I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, if I ever did that, if I even thought of it, it would literally have to be like, dude, yeah, I did it. I can't even lie. I can't even lie. So yeah. What y'all think about that? What Marcellus and there? What they think?
He said he was gonna let ladies go first.
Oh really? I can't see the Why? I wonder why I can't see the comments. Is it because I'm doing the StreamYard thing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you on your are you on your phone? Yeah, you won't be able to see it on your phone.
Okay, y'all. I was just coming on chat a little bit.
Okay, well, thank you for coming. You guys need to check out Tanika Shanette, the plus size doll. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I saw your last video. It was good.
Please go check her channel out. Like, share, subscribe. Let's support all of our fellow humidors over here.
I got a couple hauls that'll be posted this week coming up. I've done them. I just got a lot of editing and tagging to do as far as putting the links to the items and all that. That's a lot of work. You know that?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But Mad Charles C said the tags are very good. Yeah. Have you got two, buddy?
Yeah, I do. He got me set up on all that. I need to call Marcellus actually. I need to ask him a few questions about my kickback for when I label my item. Well, when I post a link to my items, like the ones that I'm doing now. If you use my link to go, like if you click the link and go buy like this shirt that I tried on, then I'll get like kickback from that. But so he said it was some type of tracker or something that I could get that would track how people actually went to the website from my video. So yeah, I got to get with him on that so I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, but I ain't gonna talk your show up with that part. But yeah, but thanks.
Oh, no problem.
I'll get back in the chat.
Okay, thank you so much for coming up. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Y'all need to go check out her channel and subscribe. Wait, you consider it cheating down? Roxanne?
Huh?
You said it was cheating down?
I said men seem to cheat down a lot.
Seem to cheat down. Okay. Okay. Anyone else want to come up? Y'all are more quiet tonight because
for some reason.
Thanksgiving weekend. Because 2 weeks ago, y'all were like, we were on there almost 2 hours. Manchester Z's, you coming up? Or anyone else? Please like, share, subscribe, share to all your other social medias. It does help with the algorithm. Hey, Marcellus.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Marcellus.
Hey, Pooh Bear.
Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound
yes,
like
Marcellus.
All right, I'm just tired and I'm relaxing, so that's all.
Okay.
What was your question, Kimberly? Kimberly, Kimberly, you something else.
Ooh.
You something else. First of all, you done put the hammer on Roxanne. She can't even get a kiss from her husband. You done muted her. Just done.
I just, in case she wanted to cuss him out, everybody would
Come
hear.
on, Daryl. Don't leave me up here by myself, Daryl.
Come on there.
We can have 10 people on this stream at one time. Let's go.
Come on, Daryl. Come on, Daryl. Don't need Tanika.
But let me say this. But you guys know I'm having problems with my throat, and I'm on this darn medication, and so I'm trying to like not use my voice as much, or because a lot of people don't know I actually sing in a very high register, and so it's just so funny because the older I get, it sounds like my voice is changing again, and which is going to be a mess. And but it is what it is. But Kimberly, there was a couple of questions that you asked, and I wanted to answer those questions. But Roxanne, you asked another question too, and I didn't write it down. What was your last question you asked, Roxanne? Do you remember?
Was it about
why do men cheat down?
I don't think
instead of up?
no. I don't think we cheat down. I think we cheat with with close proximity and the ease of ability. That's the difference. I think we cheat with close proximity. Women are more cunning when it comes to cheating. You guys cheat with the man across town. We cheat with the woman next door. It's a little bit different. She's in close proximity. We see her every day. She's waving, she's talking to us. In most cases, until you get better, if you're a cheater, you typically don't cheat properly. You cheat with the ease of opportunity. And remember, I told you guys before, most people are only as faithful as their options. And so if the option is there, most guys are going to take it. And, it is what it is. Now, Tanika Shanette, I disagree, because the woman who's next door, she could be handling her business too. She could be a decent woman. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's a bad, it doesn't necessarily mean that. So I just feel that way. I think women are you make more intelligent decisions when it comes to cheating. That's my belief system with that. Now, as you get older, as a man, you tend to make better decisions if you're that kind of person. Now, I have a friend who is a notorious cheater. He put me in so many uncompromising situations at times. He and I had to have some serious conversations about that. I was that's a long story, but never mind. We'll move on. Daryl, what's up?
Why is your
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Daryl.
I got a cheating story to tell y'all. Can you hear Daryl?
I can't hear you now. For some reason, let me go out and come back in real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Dirty old man. Oh, Lord. Did I ever tell y'all the story my brother told me about his best friend? So he had this best friend, and his best friend passed away with the COVID.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so his best friend was from New York, but they all down in Florida. His best friend has like 3 or 4 brothers. Nice looking dudes. So him and his best friend, the best friend was a DJ. My brother does parties. That's his thing. They were going to hang out. The brother calls and says, "Hey, come by and pick me up." So he figures that the brother is going to just hang out with them at this party. They swing by, pick him up, and pull out the driveway. And as they pulling down the street, they go past maybe 2 or 3 houses. He says, "Slow down, slow down." So he slows the car down. Before the car stops, this fool balls up in a ball and rolls out of the car and tells them to keep going and runs up to the house.
Wow.
Because he's boning the girl 3 doors down, but can't get out the house and figure out how to get to the girl.
Oh my goodness.
So this fool jumps out a moving car, tucks and rolls
No.
to get some ass.
Wow. Well, I give him an A for effort.
That must have been some hellacious ass. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us, Daryl?
Mm-hmm. I'm there listening to y'all. Y'all so square.
How is
We
that?
know, Daryl.
Y'all ain't never lived a little. Everything that's over the top for y'all. Y'all
Why?
got to get
Because
out.
we said some of us don't want to have
I ain't saying
be
about
in
what you
a
want.
close relationship. I'm
I
open
ain't,
to it.
I ain't say nothing about what you want to have. I'm just listening to how. Oh, I never do that. I never. The people that always say they'll never do something, them be the first one to do it. Been my experience.
Well, Daryl, what in this case, the thing about this particular situation is, I think that when we talk about these types of relationships, the first thing that people automatically assume is that it's about sex. And I
Mm-hmm.
But
don't
it's not.
and I don't think it is. I think that when people get involved with those types of relationships, 9 times out of 10, they're looking more for a communal or a community type feel of a
Yeah.
situation. They're not necessarily looking, it's not about sex. But, and I noticed that even when you have these conversations, the conversations immediately turn to sex and people start talking about, oh, he's going to have this and he's going to have this. And then, it makes it look like, men are always trying to have our cake and eat it too. And I just don't believe that all of these people that are in these types of relationships are in it per se for the sex.
But this is the thing, Marcellus. Just what you just said there, communal.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a man in this world that I would give my money to other than Jarrett J. Mr. J. That's the only man. That's how I know for sure I'll never ever get married again. Because
Now,
I'll never give no man
mhm.
or trust any man with my finances other than Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, is
And
that
it may be because I'm selfish. I don't know.
well, no, I think it's because Jay has established himself and has shown him to be a person of integrity who can handle those finances and handle you well. And if you run into another man who knows how to handle the money and handles you with the TLC that you deserve to be held and kept with, I think that your mindset would change. But you have to understand, you've been with Jay for so long, and even with the intermittent time, but you guys have known each other so long that you have that comfortability factor with that situation. So I don't think so, Roxanne. You're saying that now, but I don't think that to be a true situation or statement.
Because I don't feel like I have the time to even build that with anybody else. So why even try?
Well, that might be the case because of age, because we're like a
Right.
locomotive train. We all headed to glory. Uh,
Exactly. So
but
why would you even try? Why would I even try to? That's just like,
But
no.
if you were put in that situation, Roxanne, I'm sure that you would have to make some level of adjustment in order for you to, end your life well and to be in a comfortable place and in a place where you feel comfortable and you feel relaxed, etc. One of the things that I have often seen while dating is I've seen so many women in relationships and in situations where they're not even happy. They're uncomfortable, they're miserable, they don't trust the man, they don't trust the spouse, and they know that something is better, but because of the unfamiliar or the unknown, they're scared to branch out. And I think when it comes to Kimberly, now let me just say this, I think Kimberly's personality is she's an introvert. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So Kimberly's an introvert. So somebody, the guy who is, what's the word for it? Let me just put it this way: the Leo is going to be very, very difficult for Kim to deal with, because a Leo is a person who is always outgoing. They're always, they're the center of attention. They're the life of the party, etc. So it could be a little standoffish to Kimberly at first, having to deal with a that type of a personality. But I believe one of the things that Kim, and we talked about this, Daryl, earlier as I pivot to you. One of the things that Kim and her personality has got to learn is that you don't take everything that a man says so serious.
Yeah, I do.
You can't take every single thing that I say to be, I'm being totally serious, and you have to relax and allow, certain things to take its course. Otherwise, you're putting you're putting yourself in a situation, that you shouldn't. And I'll leave it there.
But my thing is, and I've always said, if something was to happen to Jay, I would never remarry. Because personally, I don't feel like you have to be married or in a relationship to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like once you've had the best, I just don't even feel like it's even worth looking for anybody else. I can have a fulfilling life and be single and actually be happy. And that's what I wish a lot of women and men would understand. You don't have to have a significant other to be happy. Why are y'all laughing?
Because of Daryl. Because of Daryl.
What Daryl do?
Oh, you can't see him because you can't see him. Go ahead, Roxanne. I'm sorry.
Wildly eye on you.
Oh, is that what he did?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you. I don't believe it.
But Roxanne, you have
Mm-hmm.
found love. And let me just say this for me, speaking personally.
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say, to tell you the truth of the matter, I don't believe I've ever, and I think I've said this before, I don't think I've ever been in love. I have been completely infatuated. I've enjoyed some wonderful times, but I don't think I've ever been in love. And I think that's the difference. Because when you speak about your husband, that is a situation that is completely LOVE. You understand what I'm saying? You all are in love. That's different. But so I look at that. I look at it totally different. Now, it is what it is. But that's how I look at it.
See, Barbara's husband just passed or has passed.
Mm-hmm.
She is now single, and she says, "You certainly don't. I'm very happy."
Mm-hmm.
I wish women would stop thinking that they have to have somebody. That's all I'm saying. You can have a fulfilling life.
But I know
You'll
that's
be all right.
in Roxanne.
You'll be all right, but you ain't gonna be all the way all right.
But I think some of us do want to be in a relationship. We do want to be with someone. And so some of us, like I said, do want the monogamy. And it's hard for them.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
We are made to be with each other. That was from the design from the very beginning. A woman came out of the side of a man. You're the missing piece for a man. We are made to be paired up with each other. I mean, any man, I don't need no. You ain't never heard a man say, "I don't need no woman," or "I don't want no woman," unless he gay. But a straight man, everything we do, think, or even try is done with a woman in mind.
That is very true.
To impress, to attract a woman. Do you think a man can? Oh man, I'm gonna work hard so I get this money, buy this big house, and buy this fancy car. Do you think I'm trying to impress Marcellus by doing that? I can care less what Marcellus think about me. I'm trying to attract and impress a woman.
Damn, really?
That's very true.
That's it.
That's
a whole lot of work.
From the time we come out of our mother's womb until the day we die, everything we think about or even try to do is with you in mind.
Yeah, that's very true.
And when y'all get that, and when you really sit down and realize what your place is in a man's life, you will have less problems.
And if you learn how to play that, and you play that, you maneuver into that role perfectly, Daryl, and you understand that role, that I think is the way you really get the most benefit out of life. Now, what Roxanne, and I'll just say this on behalf of Roxanne, when I talk to Roxanne, or when we talk to Roxanne offline, the difference between Roxanne and Kimberly, and we talk about this all the time, is that Roxanne has figured out how to talk to a man. She understands a male's personality, and she understands how to deal with that. And because and this is just from my experience, every woman that I've ever run across that understands how to talk to a man ends up getting married.
And all the ones that don't. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need nothing from no man. And that's what they get.
That's deep.
Nothing from no man.
Every woman that I've ever come across who doesn't know how to talk to a man is by herself, or she's going from relationship to relationship to relationship. And you're like, wait a minute, what's the common denominator? Go ahead, Daryl. Exactly. And at this,
and they be paired off with other women that think and act just like them in their Moscato drinking circle. Ain't no good men out here. Men ain't shit. No, all of them ain't shit. Men got one thing in common. Yo, ain't shit ass.
Yeah, well, I'm at the stage of life now where I'm just like, okay, I'm getting to a point to where I can see myself settling down and being with one person. But for many years I couldn't see that, and that's one of the reasons why I'm by myself, because I never thought I could roll over and look at the same person every day. That's not something that I thought it was. No, it's this not now, and I kind of used spirituality and some other stuff to, kind of, I guess cover, because I was still doing my dirt, I mean, I just, these folks in the gospel community and these preachers, everybody doing the same thing. They're, what I'm saying? Everybody's doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they're just not being honest about it. And I was one of those people was like, nah, I'm not marrying you, and I'm not waiting, I ain't doing all of that either. I love the Lord and some other stuff too. So you just better be prepared. So, that's just how that situation went down. But I just feel like, people need to be honest with themselves. And I do believe there are some women who are capable of being in a polygamous type situation. They do. Because there are some women who don't even enjoy sex. They don't even like sex. If you're gonna,
they not no.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious, Roxanne.
They just ain't never did it right, Marcellus.
That's what you
come
think.
on.
No, seriously.
They just ain't done it right.
Listen,
I think Roxanne is right. There are some women who don't enjoy it, but they're not enjoying it for several reasons. One, and which we talked about Sex in the Church Girl episode, was that some people who were raised up in church, no one told them about sex. So when they got with their husband, it was like, oh, I'm just experiencing this for the first time. And they really didn't know what they were doing. Or they were told like, oh, certain things that you do that women are, married women are not supposed to do. So
listen, wait a minute. No. I can't speak for everybody. Not to cut you off, Kimberly. I'm a grown man. And you're talking about a grown man conversation here. If I'm in a relationship with anybody, and you've never had an orgasm, or you never had a situation, first of all, you need to learn how to touch yourself. You need to learn how to please yourself. So I'm gonna watch you touch yourself. You understand what I mean? There are gonna be some this gonna go to a whole nother situation. And so I don't understand, because we're way past that age. You understand what I'm saying, Kim? We're way past that age.
Ho. So you're gonna say yeah, I'm gonna need to see you do that before I'm
gonna watch you. No, I'm gonna watch you, because I'm gonna enjoy looking at you doing what you do. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody, but Roxanne, the point that I was making is there are some women who do not enjoy sex. I have had. Let me tell you something. Coming from the background that I've come from, the church, we've had to counsel people. And it's not even necessarily about the orgasm aspect of it. There are just some people who do not enjoy sex. And I know that it's hard for people, but it shouldn't be hard for Kim, because Kim gave me a whole new term for it. I never even heard of the term.
She always coming up with damn terms. I'm so sick of her and these goddamn terms. She bring another damn term.
but there are people in the world that are like that, and I know it's very hard for people to believe, but yeah, I mean, there are folks out there like that.
Wow.
And I don't want
Crazy.
anybody. And here's another thing. I think that, we have to understand when you're getting into the relationship aspect, even when it comes to polygamy, I think that is a mental thing. And maybe Daryl, you can help me out here. If you're in a relationship with a person, and I don't know about anybody else, but I want to know mentally you and I are connected and have bonded. It has to go beyond the physical.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know mentally I'm in your head. I've got to be in your head. So if I'm not present with you, I want to know that you're thinking about me.
Right.
I need for you to know that. If I walk into a room, I need to be able to look at you from across the room and look in your eyes, and you and I make a connection, and you know what I'm thinking, sort of, kind of. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be something more than the
I
physical.
can't believe you've never found that, Marcellus. That's hard to believe.
Hell
That's
no.
really hard to believe.
But what did I tell you though, Roxanne? Who's attracted to me? Who did I tell you is always attracted to me?
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I forgot.
But that's the truth. And so it is very hard for me. It's so freaking hard for me. I'm
In my
serious.
case, I'm always getting Nigerian men. And it's just like,
That's because you got them.
No.
That's because you got them hams and them two midgets fighting under your dress.
yeah, but then
They love them thick women.
Mhm.
They do. They do.
But I have too many of them want to treat me like I'm their child, and then they're the father. And
Well, their whole way of living is much different than the way we live, and the way that they treat women is totally different.
Yep.
That's just never going to work, Kim. Just always say no to the Africans.
Yeah.
Say no to Africans. We need to get you a tattoo that just says on your arm that just says "Say no to Africans."
Yeah. But see, Africans have it's more patriarchal, it's a more patriarch kind of situation, Kim. And I think that's what attracts you to them. But then when you get into that situation, because you are a strong woman, you don't know how to maneuver yourself around men who tend to be strong. And that's one of the reasons why you start rolling your eyes talking about, I love you with the love of the Lord. When somebody says something to you, look at Daryl. Daryl got close. You see that? And that's true, Kim. It's very true. Very true.
You're right.
And it's a learned behavior though. It's learned, and Daryl's helping you out. You just have to take the lessons, and you got Daryl's really helping you.
Get all sensitive and shit.
Because the shit that Daryl says to you that upsets you, I wouldn't think twice about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would not think twice about what Daryl said. It's Daryl. You feel me? It's Daryl. He's silly. That's Daryl. That's just Daryl.
Well, to answer your question, Mina C, I'll answer your question. Number one, for me, what's always attracted to me is the ghettoist Shaquita Shaquanda. I mean, Shaquita Shaquanda is she comes after me with a holy passion. And Shaquita assumes that, because I have a church background and I'm churched, that I'm somewhat of a square. And I am a little bit of a square, but don't get it twisted. I am from the projects. You understand what I'm saying? I am I'm not a square in that sense. So Shaquita Shaquanda, and I'm not attracted to Shaquita Shaquanda. There are some guys who like Shaquita Shaquanda. I don't like Shaquita.
I love Shaquita Shaquanda.
Yeah, I don't like Shaquita Shaquanda. I don't like women with all this damn burgundy green hair, and you got to be the loudest heifer in the room. But that loves me always. I don't know why, but it just does. And
I got a son that loves Shaquita Shaquanda, boy.
And stand it.
He loves her, boy. Woof.
Now I would have to admit also, I've had a couple Shaquana's brothers try to talk to me, and I can't do them either.
But here's a key, Mina. I'm not even undercover. I'm not even undercover. That's the funny thing, But some people, I don't know what it is, but yeah, if some people are crazy with it. Mm-hmm. But
go ahead, Dan.
They're listening. They're listening.
What say you, Daryl?
I'm just listening and reading the comments. Y'all so interesting.
Well, what say you, Daryl?
About what aspect? Because I don't want to scare nobody, traumatize the children.
It doesn't matter. Start where you may.
What you want to know? Just cut it down. What do you want to know from me?
Why are we? What did he say? We were squares.
Why y'all squares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to me.
Okay.
I've had experiences that the three of y'all ain't never even thought about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jenna Jameson is a square to your ass, Daryl. Shit.
Who?
Jenna Jameson. That's a porn star. Yeah.
No shit.
She a square to you, Daryl. You've lived about 3 people's lives. You're a movie star, a comedian. You was, you know what I mean. You done lived about 3 people's lives.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I ain't even got halfway yet.
And if I ain't see the shit on TV myself, I wouldn't believe it.
I'm just saying. I mean, you got a power that exists. I mean, you make people want to get up out of their beds in the middle of the night and come over.
And bake pies and shit.
Right? I'm just saying.
Baking apple pies and.
Well,
I don't have that power yet.
It's all in the gray sweatpants. That's all it is.
No, well, I get tired of them looking. Well, the same way we look at them, they look at us now, and I'm okay with it. But I'm okay with it. But I saw one the other day. That's why I got to be careful with them sweatpants again, because I'll run out of the house in them damn things all the time and don't even realize it. These women are y'all something too, boy. We crazy.
Swang.
Yeah.
Yes, Christine, I have been around.
Swang.
Yeah, you can't do that though.
I packed some living into my years.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, I ain't never tried to. What's extreme for one is par for the course for another.
But in one relationship though, Daryl, when we had our conversation, but you was in love with that one lady, but you were saying she was very abusive verbally.
Oh yeah. I had to leave that alone.
Yeah. And that's another thing. A lot of these people get in these relationships and then they're struggling because they can't cut the tie. You know what I mean? And some of these people are just mentally abusive, physically abusive.
Yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
Believe it or not, I've actually been in one physically abusive relationship.
I have several, Mina C. And hey, and the new vlogs, you might get a peek. You might get a peek.
Next thing you know, we'll see him with an OnlyFans. Like,
no, hell no. Here y'all go with that. After what I seen tonight, and I had to send to you
all,
Lord. Damn well I ain't getting none of that.
Yeah, I'm going to be sharing that tomorrow and throughout the week to come.
Oh Lord, are you serious?
I didn't get a chance to watch it. What in the hell was it?
No, what?
It's in the Facebook chat. It's in the Facebook
chat.
I sent it to you. Yeah.
Just click on it. You ain't gotta say nothing, but we'll know what she.
Oh my God. I'm afraid to watch. Lord help. Lord.
Oh wow. Wow.
Okay, Barbara. All right, Barbara. Well, see, I'm gonna tell you this. Well, no, I can't talk about that right now. I'll share that in another time.
Oh yeah.
But Daryl's gonna ask you.
Yeah, Tanika, I went through a very verbally abusive situation for 5 years.
That's a long time.
That was the thing that motivated me to pack my bags pack my stuff into 3 bags, and move to New York with a one-way ticket.
Mm.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Every other day, you a punk, you a faggot, you this, you that.
Oh,
You out in the street. Yeah.
You didn't deserve that, Daryl.
Yeah.
I'd have tore her ass up if I was around, Daryl.
I know.
I just knocked on the door.
Mhm.
And hit her with some frozen oranges.
Mhm.
Tore her ass up. Should have been like, who was that?
Say
And
to
Daryl, you better say, I don't know who that was.
I ain't never met her.
would have
Jehovah's
been.
Witnesses. That must have been them Jehovah's Witnesses. You ain't giving them
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what tripped out? She grew up Jehovah's Witness while I'm making that joke.
What?
Mm.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, man.
That's a long time to live with somebody
Daryl,
like that.
question. Would you want to be married to 2 or more wives?
Who, me?
Yeah.
The 51-year-old Daryl, no. I'd try 2 though.
Okay, because that was going to be my question. Because the way she framed that question, I would have framed that question different. Do you think you could handle being married to 2 wives?
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, that's the difference.
Okay.
That's the difference. That's the difference, because some of us, and I'll be honest with you, maybe it's just because I've been I've been single for so long and I've enjoyed this single life of mine.
Mhm.
I say I could probably do it, but the older I get, the more I'm realizing I maybe don't want more. I wouldn't want more than 1 wife. I don't think I'd want more than 1 wife, but I don't think that we were made to be monogamous by nature. I just really don't believe that.
But let me ask a question. Do you want to be polygamous?
I'm not saying that I probably would exist well in a relationship like that. And the reason why is because I think it all has to do with communication. It has to understanding roles, responsibilities, etc. You know, Kimberly, just from dealing with me, and you all know, when it comes to delegating and dealing with tasks and things of that nature, that's a strong suit for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Marcellus, but you're dealing with 3 emotionally crazy ass women. It's not about you, it's about them. And you know how women are. They're emotional. They get crazy sometimes. They cry and they
Yeah, but most of your emotions are well, how do I say this without sounding like a jerk? Most of your emotions can be handled in a logical way. Most of if you address your emotions from a logical standpoint, most of your situations can be addressed, calmed, and taken care of. It is only when an emotion is allowed to get completely out of control that you have chaos in a home. When you have when an emotion gets completely out of control, that's when you have chaos, and that's when 911 is being called. And that's when people are fighting and throwing knives and all of this stuff. I mean, think about it, Roxanne, from your childhood. Think about the relationship with, the things that you saw as a child and how things were handled from your mother's standpoint emotionally. And if those things would have been approached from a logical standpoint, the outcome of certain situations would not have been different.
Well, I'm talking more so of, you're not paying attention to me. Do you love me? The reassuring of the constant reassuring each woman, and constantly
Roxanne,
having to show each woman enough attention.
No, but Roxanne, let me tell you this. Your husband shows you that attention, but you're not a woman who requires it. Because you don't require it.
Who don't?
You get reassured and he does it for you, but you don't, like, when I say require it, meaning you're not needy, you're not begging for it.
Oh, no.
It's not something that you're not going, ooh, pay me attention. Ooh, am I cute today? How's my young? Like, you're not that girl. And you know what? And you know why you're not that girl is because first of all, you've learned how to live with a man. You've learned how to talk to a man, communicate with a man, and you understand a man's makeup. So that's not something that you're not like that. Most women who are like you, because you and I had this conversation offline all the time. Women who are always, do I look cute today? How do I look in this dress? If I got to do that shit 10 times a day to you, it's beyond me. It has nothing to do with me.
So you would just have emotionally stable women off the top. That's what you're saying.
No,
You wouldn't pick a woman like that, is what you're saying.
No, but I'm saying a woman like that has got to be willing to grow and mature past that. Because I can't always tell you look pretty in this dress. Damn, you bought the dress. You went to the mall. You put the dress on. You done seen the dress in the mirror. I done told you look nice in the dress. Why I got to keep reassuring you look nice in the dress?
Your opinion matters.
But and I get it, but I'm saying once I give you that opinion, you should not need you shouldn't need to constantly be reassured. Now, I told you I was dating somebody like that every 5 minutes. Oh, how do I look in this? Do I look in this? Do I look cute in this? This? And she got on my last nerve.
But this is the thing, Marcellus. If you was gonna cuss me out like that every time I asked you, I would ask you 100 times just so you could cuss me out so that I could laugh.
I know, because that's a part of your personality. Oh, because that's your personality. Your personality is to nudge just to get that response. So I get it. But I think Daryl, at this stage of life, Daryl has to have somebody that he can kick it with that won't get on his nerves. I kind of feel like that. That's what you need, Daryl. You don't need nobody to like be all up in your craw and everything. Daryl just needs somebody to kick it with it.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
And push it forward. Not really. There's some niggas who need a woman to get up in their craw, because some of these niggas is low budget. I'm just saying.
Well, damn.
And need a woman to validate them.
I guess.
Yeah. That's not Daryl. Daryl doesn't need a woman to validate them.
Well, he's already
that's not my love language. I don't need nobody to validate me, because my mother always instilled in me from a very, very young age, Daryl, the world gonna talk about you enough. Believe in yourself. But what I do need is to know that whoever is around me, whether it be in a relationship or business or whatever, I need to know that person is going to say, when they're not going to be fair weather when shit hits the fan. They ain't going to cut and run on me.
That's true.
The quickest way to get my heart for you is if you ever say the words to me and I know you mean it, I believe in you and I got you. You say those two things to me, I'm with you till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why I'm with the three of you, because y'all didn't have to be bothered with me, but when y'all saw what people were trying to do to me out here on this social media thing, and y'all came to me and got my back. Yeah. And that's why nobody will mess with y'all as long as I'm around.
Hey, Butterfly. So Kimberly, put the link in the chat. Butterfly, would you come on? You don't have to come on camera. I need you to go a little deeper into that question. You need to expound on that question a little more. You need to expound on that a little more.
Okay, just put the link in the chat, Butterfly. Come on up.
You can cut the camera off.
Yeah, you don't have to come on camera, but you got to expound on that a little more. I told you, Kim, I had a dream that we was going to your wedding. I told you.
You did. You said you had a beard, and so you three were trying to put your clothes or something on.
I won't be checking my suitcase.
I told you.
Carry on luggage only. Marcellus done told me. Had me wearing mishmat clothes.
Uh-oh. I hope we didn't run you off, Butterfly. Somebody. I just needed you to expound on your question a little deeper, because I need to know what angle you're coming from with that question.
Good God Almighty.
I done ate all the Thanksgiving food. It's all gone, and now I'm hungry again. because I didn't have a lot of Thanksgiving stuff left, so I was like, I'll just eat it. So I ate that last little bit today, and now I'm hungry again.
Yeah,
I saw your picture from last year. I said, look at Marcellus with all them Mexicans.
I have some of them were Mexican, but some of them are Salvadorian. I have Asian. There was a white guy.
Yeah, that was my joke, Marcellus.
I know. There was a lot of people. Oh, and then one of the girls, she was from oh my God, now you done got me in my mind.
There's a lot of food. Oh
yeah,
my
one of my
God.
friends, she's from Brazil, and then the other one, she was from anyway, all my friends are from all over the damn world.
The kids, you have to make time, period. Yeah.
But weren't we having this conversation, the four of us, the other day about how people let their children change their relationships and they shouldn't do that? Yeah. Yeah. We were having that conversation offline. Some of you all, I just think you all make huge errors in judgment when it comes to your children. Now, this is a thing why I've always been really scared to have children too, is because one thing I cannot stand to hear a black woman say to a black man is, that is my child.
Exactly. It's our child.
That shit pisses me off so bad. I don't know why some men let women get away with that shit. When I tell you, you talk about making me mad, that kind of statement makes me very angry. This ain't your damn child. This is our child. And I don't understand where they get away with that. And some of these chicks are just, I don't know, man. They get away with a lot.
Because they stupid.
They get away with a whole lot. Okay, well, Butter.
Jay spends more time refereeing me in justice than anything. He's the referee.
Whatever, Butterfly. You should have plugged your phone in. Go get your charger, plug your phone in, and
stop being scared. Stop being scared. We said you don't have to show your face.
No, but don't let your children. At the end of the day, you still got to live with your husband and your wife. You shouldn't allow your children to get you guys to the point to where it just messes up your entire relationship with your spouse. Because at the end of the day, trust me, these kids gonna go off and have their own life, and they gonna leave you.
They sure are. They ain't gonna think twice about your ass.
What are you talking about? I think you missing some.
That's what they do. They grow up and leave. And that's what they're supposed to do. Really.
I'm assuming you meant Rance Allen's wife.
Who?
I know he can't be speaking to his own parent, unless he had to take.
Kimberly, you taking the class?
I made you laugh, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Kimberly is too funny. That is too funny.
Pull it up. Okay, let me see if I can find it.
But I do believe that people should also be trying to go out and find somebody actively. Friday nights is normally my date nights, but we do these Friday night lives. So when this COVID thing is over and y'all see me disappear, y'all will know what the deal is.
Yeah.
And I'll be back dating my damn husband. Shit. We ain't been on a
Why you
date
looking like
so
that,
long.
Daryl? I gotta go out, man, too. I can't be on every Friday. Shoot, we're gonna have to switch the day or something. Or I don't know what the plan's gonna be, because when this pre-COVID thing is over, I'm out of here.
Well, we might have to do some Sunday nights. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm out.
What happened? What happened?
They look like they need to be put in wheelchairs.
He said both of them look like they need to be put in wheelchairs. Talk about what's his name? Roy Jones and Tyson. They look like they need to be in wheelchairs.
Well,
Nate Robinson got put to sleep real quick.
I saw Tyson. Tyson looked like he was in good shape.
He was okay.
That was on TV.
He's 220 pounds of solid muscle.
Jay said he looked like an old drunk now. I ain't talking shit.
Yeah, but I bet you Jay won't get in the ring with that old drunk.
I bet you his ass won't either. Shit.
Roxanne be coming on talking about, I can't be on the line. Gotta go visit Jay in the hospital.
Hey, Jay,
Mm.
Daryl, but the rules of this fight make this fight completely boring. I don't see how anybody's going to enjoy that fight. The rules is just the rules killing it.
Link and put it in the chat, Tanika. Yeah, that's what Marvin Hunter said. He said this is gonna be a boring fight. At this point, what are y'all fighting for?
I can remember when Tyson used to step in the fight, and the fight wouldn't go past a minute. Y'all remember them days?
Yep.
He step in the ring and tear somebody ass up. Wouldn't last a minute. All right, that's it.
Tyson getting $10 million a night, Roy getting $1 million.
No, they're both getting 10. They are both.
When they changed it?
No, Google it. I read it the other day. Just Google it. It's on Google. They're both getting 10 million. Because I was like, why? And it's the equal split 10-10. Because I thought they would both be getting more money than that, actually, but they're only getting 10.
Guess who wanted to put the rule said don't do no bets on the fight, right? But guess who put on their Instagram page talking about who should we go with for the fight? We can use the money to pay for the school.
Not Umar Johnson. Don't do it, Kim. Don't do it,
dumbass.
Kim. Yes. Oh my
God. You're such a dumbass.
Read. They say you can't put no bets on the fight.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, Butterfly. Just so you know, I didn't mean to run you off. So I apologize because I just wanted to hear you expound on your question more.
Okay. Let's see. Let me type it in.
Huh?
J _
Well, since we're waiting on whatever you guys are doing right now, I just want to tell.
I found it.
Everybody in the chat, we're going to need all of you guys to be on the lookout this week for Daryl's and my videos and all of our videos this week because I think we're going to be having another Royal Rumble before the end of this year is out.
Oh, Lord,
so y'all just better be prepared because, yeah, we're putting our dukes up.
Who we fighting now?
The same glitter biscuits and foods that we've been dealing with.
Oh, Lord.
They won't stop. They something else, man.
What minute do I need to go to, Tanika?
Here you go.
Tutti Frutti.
Tanika, what minute do I need to go to? Because we can't watch this whole 14-minute thing.
I don't think Tanika was prepared to answer that question.
Okay, Tanika, you.
Yeah, I don't think she was.
She said, "Just find it. Just find it, girl. Just find it."
Oh, I think this was her with the head.
You know it. That Kojic hat. Look at that mess.
It wasn't that fast.
You may be
It wasn't that fast.
Praise God.
It looked like they got little rubber tips on their head. Look at them.
I'm so thankful to all of you who took
Is this loud enough, y'all?
Come and be a part of our celebration.
It wasn't that fast.
This great man that's laying before me. Pray for me for a second, okay?
Oh my God.
Here's another one.
I did not want this day to go out and me not say anything about the great man that God gave me.
Good night.
So if you bear with me a few minutes, I'll try to be short. Is that all right? And I think Bishop Whitehead is a little partial to my speaking. He always has nothing but good things to say. I wanted you so bad to know somewhat from what I have to say
on Facebook so you can go
about the man.
Daryl, I can hear you.
for
Well, you got the
almost
control of the
50
mute button
years.
muted.
No,
Actually
y'all
been
told me not to
together
be
for
doing
50
that,
years because we
remember?
met on July the 18th, 1970. And then we were married December the 1st, the same year. So I asked God to give me something to say. Today, I'd like to talk about the orchestration of God. You don't have to be quiet on me. You knew him as a singer, a boy preacher, an entertainer, the musician, the man that could play the guitar from behind his back, the minister, the elder, the associate pastor.
Okay,
The
10:46.
pastor, the
Sorry.
doctor, the bishop.
Okay. Thank you. It's we limited on time.
From the weak down beats to the strong up beats. Instrumental preludes to the octave changes.
That's a hat
The
right there.
love of my life transposed the keys of our lives.
Look like a bucket to
Make
me.
the composition flow.
Shh, y'all.
And this change made life comfortable for the both of us. I don't believe you praying with me today. And I know I'm not the preacher of the hour. But syncopation brings excitement to music by play without expectations from where the beat should occur.
That's a big ass hat.
I even thought it was said, and I know it was said, that we would
He
never
called
make
my
it.
name one more time. I'm going to
Because
kill him.
I was too young,
Roxanne, shh.
16. And he was too old, 22. They said he robbed the cradle. This musical composition should have never made the charts. But with my father's consent and the hand of God, as the song say, and the beat goes on. So might I invite you into the symphony where David arranges this masterpiece, proclaiming in Psalms 150.
Look at that hat behind him.
51 said, praise ye the Lord. Praise God in his sanctuary. Praise him in the firmament of his power. Praise him for his mighty acts. Praise him
that hat.
for his excellent greatness. Praise him with the sound of the trumpet. Praise him with the psaltery in the harp. Praise him with the timbrel and the dance. Praise him with the string instrument and the organs. Praise him upon the high sounding cymbal. Praise him upon the high sounding cymbal. Let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Praise.
That's that cat in the hat right there.
I do not like green eggs and ham. Say it, Sam. I am. That's crazy.
Damn. That ain't no 10-gallon hat. That's a 20-gallon hat right there.
A husband that loved his mother. And I knew that if he loved me, he would love as he loved his mother, that he would undoubtedly be the Ephesians 5:25 man. And as the scripture declares, it said, as Christ loves the church, and he gave himself for it. And the score begins. I'm talking about the orchestration of God. He worked a full-time job in the secular world, and shortly after, I got a part-time job. In 1973, he decided he wanted to work in the ministry full-time. So after we talked about it, I told him I was willing to work full-time, just to make sure that we had full benefits, and God honored our request. Now we have my priest. In 1985, the late Bishop Gilbert Earl Patterson came to Toledo, Ohio, and he founded the New Bethel Bountiful Blessings Deliverance Church and left Rance as the pastor and me as the first lady. He worked for years building the ministry and nurturing who he called his babies, but never really wanting me to do much because he always wanted me to be protected. Bishop Jack Whitehead, he often expressed that he could handle it if the people hurt him, but he would not tolerate them hurting me. So I knew him as my protector. As time went on and my prayer life had to intensify, because the bigger he got in God and the more God granted him favor, the greater attack was upon his life. The ordinary Rance Allen, as you knew him, was no more. And so we covered him. And as I covered him in the natural, I also had to cover him in the spirit. And as I grew in God, he realized that who he had been protecting as a wife was now equipped to help him fulfill his assignment, not just at home, but in the ministry. And so the one single note became a blended harmony. And the score continues. My king, and that he was. He was great all over the world, Tom, not just in the kingdom, but he was a representative of who God was in the earth. To me, I was never made ashamed by the life he lived. And not just in the world, but at home. Reggie, he never ate at the dining room or the kitchen table unless he just wanted to. I'm talking about my king. Or unless it was a holiday. Because my king, I said my king, he was always served. And all of my children know, you don't serve your daddy on a paper plate. And you don't give him a paper cup. When I fix his plate, I put it on a tray and I take it to him and set it down before him. Nobody eats at my house till the priest and the king eat.
I believe them with some big plates and trays.
Well,
I know y'all don't like that kind of kitchen nowadays. His
Right.
plate was always fixed
Stop, Marcellus.
and brought to him. Mm-hmm. He never had to cook his own food. But if I was gone too long, he would find himself digging in the refrigerator, finding anything he could eat. And he would put it together, throw an egg in it, fill up as some sweet peas, and I don't know what in the world made him think that sweet peas went with everything. But he loved some sweet peas. But here I always wanted him to feel worthy of being loved because he loved me. I wanted him to have his heart's desire. And he always wanted the same for me.
Okay, Kimberly, I think we're done with this.
And I was determined that
He likes sweet peas.
Yes. On everything.
And he was her protector, and then over time she was, I guess, his helpmate in the ministry. And I don't know, was that the same for y'all growing up? Did y'all, well, at least Roxanne and Daryl, did like your fathers got served first?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still served first.
No, my husband gets served first, but no, because my parents work opposite shifts. So that was kind of impossible. But my house, my husband gets served first.
In my family, Kim, all the men are served first. That's how it works. The children are typically, they make plates for the children first, and then it's the men, and then it's the women. That's typically how it goes. And to this day, my sister, no matter what, wherever we're eating, however the situation, if it's not my sister, my mother, or cousin or female cousin, they're always serving us. They've always done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my aunts have always made my uncles their food first. We just served ourselves.
I think for my family, hey everybody, it's
Hey,
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Hello.
Hi, Butterfly.
Sorry, y'all, I plugged my phone in. So, um, I would say for my house, it's a combination. The men do get served, but they also serve the women at times too. So, I think
That would be balanced, and
yeah.
I think that's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Butterfly, can you ask expound on the question that you had in the chat?
Well, I think, I guess I was thinking of it in terms of how we as individuals, we grow and we evolve, and sometimes our needs change and our desires and our wants and our focus. And so how does that work in a polygamous relationship? If kids come along, how does that work? How does,
Yeah, because it's already kind of hard in a monogamous relationship, and now you have several people and several sets of children.
yeah, like the bishop's wife was saying how they had to work it out, where then she worked full time and then so he went into the ministry. So how would that work in a polygamous relationship?
Daryl, you want to go first, sir?
No, I'll go. I want y'all to go first.
I'm waiting on you, man.
I guess because we're not polygamous, I guess we only can see from what we've read or seen on TV. I guess you gotta have to have a schedule. Each wife probably has her children in her care, and then the other sister wives have to assist them. And maybe the older children gotta help too, just like in a normal regular family. The older children help with the younger children. But yeah, that's what for me, just looking from the outside in. There are also things to consider, and which I think we didn't really consider, that some of these polygamous relationships that are happening currently are not because it's consensual. It's because the religion says you have to get married to a man with multiple children, with multiple wives, and then the children are born into those families. And some of those women and some of those children don't want to be there. They're not happy. So, yeah.
Well, and they're not happy typically because they're having to deal with the external looks and gazes and comments from people who don't live within their primary circle. It's like their sandbox. It's like children when they're grown, when they're always been surrounded by their mother, and then they get in the sandbox, and then they meet somebody at the sandbox who says, I don't like you, and they punch them in the sandbox. The first response typically is to go run to their mother and says, he hit me. And, until the mother instructs the child, no, when he hits you, you're supposed to hit back, and it's that sort of dynamic, in the beginning there. But Daryl, you were going to say something while Kimberly was talking. Can you say what you were going to say? Because I saw you there.
In a poly relationship, and when children are involved by more than one woman, or if the other way around, if it's multiple men and one lady, the responsibility of raising and caring for the children are shared equally. You just don't care for, quote unquote, your kids. They're all your kids. And all the duties of the household are shared equally.
That would make sense, though, Daryl. And that's what I think would create the bond between the family and the children and the people in that type of a relationship.
Because they're all siblings.
Right.
Yeah. And so probably, like I said, the older siblings will help with the younger ones who come along. And then like the first wife and second wife are probably going to be the oldest. So the younger wives are going to have to help them with, any other duties. And Marcellus, what you were saying about, them being protected and being this loving family. Some of the families, some of the children are not in loving polygamous families, just like the monogamous or nuclear families. I've seen a couple of shows where women were born into these families, and they're literally trying to escape, like it's the Underground Railroad, because the one that they're in is a form of oppression. So there's different, and we, wish we can find someone in a polygamous relationship who can tell us more, because the ones that we do know about, either it's because maybe they're Islam, maybe they're or from Africa, or they're Middle East, or they're Mormons. So it's like we don't always get a positive representation that these people are happy with that. There's a couple of shows that are out now, reality shows, but even some of them, they're kind of playing up to the camera. So,
what y'all were just talking about with the children. What if I don't want someone else raising my children?
I was going to ask that question.
I want to mother my own children. I don't want someone else mothering my children.
Well, you discussed that beforehand.
Absolutely.
It's just like in a monogamous relationship. You sit down and you discuss with the person that you're considering marrying that, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what I bring to the table. This is what do you bring to the table? You iron those things out ahead of time.
But Roxanne,
it's just more people involved now.
Right. I was going to say, do you guys think that we approach this subject from a Western sort of understanding and thinking?
European.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times our approach to this is so westernized that we can't even fathom being in those kinds of relationship, because a lot of times that kind of situation is a selfless kind of situation. And I think we're more selfish, and I know I'm selfish. I have to be honest. I know I'm selfish.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but when it comes to my children, I didn't even want to have babysitters, much less another woman. You know what I mean? It was just something about my children. I wanted to have that hands-on thing going on. But I understand what Daryl is saying. That's something that you negotiate beforehand.
Yeah.
So if thank you guys. I have one more question, if that's okay. I'm sorry.
Have your way.
So who do you think benefits most in a polygamous relationship?
Everybody, if it's done properly, everybody gets equal treatment. It's not about, if it's a man and multiple women, it's not about, the man living the life of Riley and these ladies are catering to him. No, it's a communal thing. Or if the other way around, if like there's some cultures where the woman has more than one husband. It's all in everybody benefiting. I mean, think about it. If you're in a regular monogamous relationship, and the two of you are sharing the child rearing and the finances of the home and the bills, but in a poly relationship, you're adding extra income. That from a financial standpoint, whereas it's just two people footing the bill, you might have 2 to 5 people now splitting the bill.
And only one person has to go to the bank. Praise his holy name.
Yeah.
I'll go to the bank. Hey, bless the Lord.
You got more than 2 people assisting with the needs of the children.
Yeah.
The upkeep of the house, the rearing of the children, the providing of food and clothes and shelter. It's all split amongst more than 2 people now.
But Daryl, as a man, let me ask you this, because I've seen this. And I'm gonna be real 100. I think women work extremely hard and way harder, just in general in life as it relates to stuff, than we do. Because typically when we go to work, we come home, You know, a lot of these women have already prepared the meals. You know, the house is already clean, everything's already done. You
Back
know,
in the day.
back in the day, yes, I know, and it depends on the person because I know a lot of women who still do that to this day. Like
Mhm.
I know a woman,
Yes,
I know a woman right now. She goes to work. Her husband, you know, he works too, but she comes home and it doesn't matter how tired she is. She's making some kind of meal. She's getting things prepared, and sometimes I look in awe and I go, he would never do that for you.
Mm.
In my mind, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, he would never do what you're doing.
Mhm.
But the mere fact, and I'm only saying that because Butterfly, you asked the question, who benefits the most? I think if in a situation like that, it would help a lot of women get a greater benefit because they wouldn't necessarily always be the one who was responsible for doing all of that. The workload would be sort of spread amongst all of them so that they wouldn't have to do that. Because I mean, I take my hat off to you all. You all, I don't know how y'all do it. It's raising children, cooking meals, the whole 9 yards. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
it is. But it seems like when you're younger, you don't think about it. You just do it and get it done.
Yeah.
But at 51, I couldn't do that again.
Mm.
And you remember I had twin babies, and a 3-year-old.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I would hire you a maid just because you ain't messing up my sex life. I'm gonna make sure we get somebody to come up in here and help somebody. you you ain't messing up my stuff. Somebody coming in here to help us.
My sex life wasn't affected at all.
Roxanne.
The trick to it was schedule, Marcellus.
Well, see, I know,
Schedule, schedule,
but
schedule.
there are a lot of
Those
women who
kids
are
were
not like you, though, Roxanne. They don't know how to do that, and they be tired and they be exhausted. And the husband, you know, he rolling over. She is like no longer interested. She like what?
my babies were fed, bathed, and in bed by 8 o'clock. They
Oh wow.
self-soothe and they fell asleep on their own.
Oh wow.
I was good. And they were good babies, thank goodness.
Mm.
It was that last one that came that was
Oh damn.
oof.
Roxanne, he don't listen to the show, dude.
Oh, he knows he was the worst baby ever.
Roxanne.
He knows it.
Roxanne.
He knows it, Kim. He tells people that all the time.
Oh my.
There was no putting him on a schedule. He set the schedule.
Wow.
So at the time when you had that one child, were you married or were you with somebody at the time, Roxanne?
Yeah.
So how did the man in that situation, how did he handle that situation? Was he more reassuring or did he leave that up to you to handle?
Where I think I went wrong was um at the time, well, I had all C-sections. And I let him take care of the baby for like 6 weeks. And I should have never done that.
Mm.
Because when he went back to work and he left me with this baby was looking at me like, who are you? And where the hell is my daddy? And that child didn't do nothing but scream and cry.
Mm.
He was the worst baby ever.
Roxanne.
And at one, let me tell you how bad it was. When he was about 5 years old, he said, Mommy, you know I love you. I said, yeah. He said, but you know I love my daddy more though, right?
Oh.
You have those kids though.
And it was true. Yeah, I know. I know. I messed up with you. Oof.
Man.
Should have never let him around you.
I got a question for you all. Daryl, this is gonna be for you too, so don't go nowhere. If we and Butterfly, let's think about this. Do you think we would have as much crime if we had more relationships in our country that were a polygamy type of relationship? Do you think our crime levels would be as high as they are?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I do. I
Now,
think
why
we'd have more domestic violence is what I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that too, or
Because there's always somebody who's going to take a situation and use it for bad.
yeah, mattress.
Never fails.
Uh,
Well, that's true. Corona done proved that all these folks that won't stay at home, I tell you. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a good question. I mean, I would say if you're talking about your your physical needs being met, then there might be less crime with that. But you're right, Roxanne, with domestic violence.
Hmm. Well, that's another thing too, and that's why I said women have to be very careful and really watch the people that they're dating. Because I see so many people, so many dudes, they send girls signals that they're gonna get abused, but the women don't know how to pay attention to it, you know. And as a guy, you're not gonna go up to some woman and be like, look, he's sending you some signals and you ain't paying attention, because that's just not something that we do. But there are signals that men send to women all the time that they're going to get abused, but women just don't pay attention. And it's like, Megan, it's like
Marcellus, I would have known a signal if a signal kicked me in the ass.
I know.
But I think that where I lucked out is that whoever I dated knew that no, you weren't going to just put your hands on me and not have a fight on your hands. I think that was the only thing that probably saved me from being in a in a relationship that was, physically abusive. But I wouldn't have known a damn child, please.
Just in love, huh?
Just stupid. Just
you can see
ignorant as to, just didn't know.
This is something that Kevin on stage said. He said, when you're looking at things through rose-colored glasses, red flags just look like flags.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have easily been me.
Wow.
Except for they would have probably gotten shot and I'd probably be in jail, and
yeah,
it just wouldn't have turned out very well.
Yeah. Well,
but God, that's all I can say.
I think some of those relationships for some people are okay. And I think we need to take the stigma away from it as well. Because when you talk about these kind of relationships, most people look down on those people. They look at those people as if they're stupid. They look at those people as if, they're uneducated. They look at those people as if, something is really wrong with them. And I have to be honest with you, the older I have gotten and the more I've understood life and the struggle of life, I don't really condemn people for the choices in life that they had to make in order for them to survive and live. You understand what I'm saying? I think we need to take away some of the stigma of some of this stuff, because I don't know what it's like to, be struggling so bad that you go hungry, for a very long time. Now I did it for 30 days and I'll tell y'all that story another time. But Roxanne, y'all know that story because I done told y'all.
That was a good story.
But I know what it's like to go hungry, but I don't know what it's like to be so desolate in life that you are out of options and you don't have no place to live or lay your head and stuff like that. And like that's why I don't look down on women who make certain choices in life. Like, if you got to slide down a pole, I might joke and make jokes about it. Yeah. But if that's taking care of you and that's taking care of your family and your kids, you're not going to get no judgment from me like that. I don't. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with a lot of women. I look at me at 51, at 2020, 23, 24. That's two different people. I have made every mistake you could probably make in my life up to 50, up to this 51 years of age. But I was not taught how to set boundaries. Okay. So when you're not taught how to set boundaries, you typically pick the wrong kind of guys. You pick emotionally or physically abusive dudes. That's the type of things you do because you don't know how to set boundaries. You don't know how to say no. You don't even know that you deserve better.
Well,
You
Roxanne, though,
honestly don't.
but Roxanne, I think one of the reasons why a lot of women and a lot of people don't know how to set boundaries is because there is no man present a lot of times in those early years for them. Because to tell you the truth, I believe that that's our portion of the job. If you listen at how Daryl handles the situation sometimes and how Daryl talks, you know Daryl is a person that's going to set boundaries, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to set certain things that are emphatic. And that's just what we do. And sometimes when a man sets a boundary, sometimes a boundary can be so constricting to a person that it feels like they're being pigeonholed or chokehold. And that's Kim's problem. Kim's problem is if you set a boundary for Kim, Kim feels like, wait a minute, is this male patriarchy taking over? Or should I be listening to this dude? Right? She's like, because
I think sometimes,
you know what I'm saying?
She's second guessing everything.
Right. She's got that whole little thing going on, and she hasn't, and so that's the struggle for her, but there are going to have to be times in a relationship, in any relationship, that there will be certain boundaries that'll have to be set, especially with women. Women have to know, the women, you all have to set boundaries for us at times. If you have a boundary, and you don't want that boundary to be crossed, you have to make sure that you are emphatic about that boundary. And for the most part, like Daryl said, we'll work to make sure we don't cross that boundary because everything we do is geared towards y'all any damn way.
Everything.
Right. And you should tell a man what you expect from the very beginning. Hey, I don't date men that put their hands on me. So if that's the type of dude you are, I'm not that type of woman. I don't play those kind. You straight up and out up front.
Yeah. So yeah, I just think that's important. It really is.
Okay.
I agree.
You cannot talk to me any kind of way.
Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on here like about 2.5 hours. I know we probably got some more things we can say, but I don't know about you. I'm getting a little tired. So,
well, before you go, I need everybody in this chat. Make sure y'all meet me on the Cigar Vlogger channel this week. I need you to meet me on Mad Church Disease channel this week because there's going to be some stuff going down, and I'm sure we're going to make a lot of people mad this week.
Oh, yes, we are.
So y'all just be aware. And I'm sorry to have to do this, but I'm a little annoyed, and I know I'm stirring the pot. But I don't.
Though.
I don't like something that I saw today, and it has really pissed me off. And so I got to deal with this. I'm sorry.
Damn, we're gonna be fighting again, Lord.
Link to your live tomorrow.
Who? What? What'd you say?
Did you make the link to your live?
Oh yeah, there's something out there. I don't have it now. I mean, I can't. I mean, it's on there. It's on my channel. Somebody have to put it in there. I don't know where it's at.
Chat so that everybody will then go over there and set a reminder.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And Tuesday night, I don't know how long you're gonna be on to Kim, but I set a live for Tuesday night, you guys.
What time?
We're about to have a very grown-up conversation. I think I set it for 7:00 my time, which is what, 9 or 10 you guys time. I don't know what time that'll be, Kim. You know me, I hate that stuff.
I won't be. Hold on. Okay.
What's the conversation about?
You said your time, it will be 9:00 my time. I'll be done by then.
Okay. Well,
I'm just introduce your show.
Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. On Tuesday night, we're going to talk about this Daryl Wall situation. And yeah, I want to talk about this situation and why these vloggers keep going after these other folks. And I'm Daryl's going to talk about it a little bit. And so that's why I said this week is going to be really interesting because some of these vloggers, they don't really think about their actions. When you go after a person in social media, those people have families, those people have careers, those people have certain things. And, you just can't be, when I say I talk about things that are public, if there's not a news article, if there hasn't been a news report, you guys don't see me breaking stories and coming out here trying to ruin people's lives. That's not what I do. I don't do that. I'll talk about it if it comes out in the public, but I'm not out here breaking stories. Some of these vloggers are doing way too much. I'm not trying to be the Christian TMZ, and this has gone way beyond some stuff that I think should be necessary. And this is just, it's too much. People's whole lives are being affected by some of the stuff that these people are doing. And it's not funny. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it's horrible. And then, why are you, pointing your fingers at somebody and trying to ruin somebody's lives? These vloggers, one of them, he got lawsuits all up to his nose. Then you got another one. Him and his mama done robbed children.
And then the other one got pictures of stuff jammed in his bread basket.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And then, he's homeless. He done been sued already. So he should have had some sense to go somewhere and sit down instead of still trying to do this stuff. And so, I mean, we need to have some real grown up conversations. And so, yeah, I want to talk about it. And yeah, I'm going to make some people mad because I'm sick of these folks. These vloggers done made me mad now. They done made me mad.
I'm tired of the bullies.
Let's get them. Let's get them, guys.
I'm tired of these bullies. Oh, messy queen.
The fight is over with, y'all. It was a draw.
Of course it was.
They already said before, unless one of them got knocked out, that it was going to be a draw. They wasn't going to declare a winner.
But it was against the rules to knock him out.
But Nate Robinson sleep. He's still asleep.
Wait, Mike won?
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Is that your video?
Yes, it
Did
is.
you put in? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Get ready.
And here's Daryl's video. Please make sure you go there and set the reminder. Daryl, you going Monday, tomorrow as well?
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Okay.
so Daryl's going on before me, and then I'm coming a couple hours after Daryl.
And he's going to light them up. I'm just going to set up the bowling pins, and Marcella's going to knock them down.
Okay. And then on Tuesday, I'm going at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Marcel's going to come on, I guess that's 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get back to my late night talks, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to get used to this voice because when I'm relaxed, I'm in my you'll never find. All right. So
and I'll be on Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Against the wind. Because, you got that quiet storm voice.
Who's coming on at Thursday at 4 o'clock?
That was me.
Oh, you're getting there, Roxanne. Not yet. You a mess. I ain't got time for you, Roxanne. You too funny.
I'm just practicing.
I know. And she is coming. Y'all got to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
So she is coming. As you'll be getting an email from me, Roxanne. So trust me. I just set up this workstation.
Medina.
Butterfly, thank you for coming on. You have a lovely voice too, by the way.
So much for being courageous and coming up here.
We enjoyed you.
Yes, we did. Thank you for joining us. I hope more people will come up on the stream when we drop the link next time.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Marcellus and Daryl.
Thank you, Daryl.
I'm hungry.
Million. Me too.
Jesus.
Is it because we ate too much food for Thanksgiving or something? I am hungry.
I don't know what it is. I just got a desire to just go raid the refrigerator.
I'm going downstairs.
Go eat some more cake, some more pie.
Did you eat that whole banana cream pie? Did you eat it already, or is it still something left?
I ate one. I just cut a piece of another one. But I'm talking about the apple pie. I've been tearing that damn banana cream pie up. But I think I'm gonna go try some of the apple pie.
All right. I'm done. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
See y'all tonight. Daryl Moore and in Marcellus Maximilian in the chat.
What you call me? What's my last name?
Did I say it wrong? McMillian?
Who's McMillian? Here you go. Next you'll be calling me Jermaine. Here we go.
Mozzarella.
I said Marcellus Macmillan, and I thought I said it wrong, so I said Macmillian. So I had it right the first time.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining Kimmy Chandler on her show.
Okay, Tanika, you want to ask Marcellus that?
I'm gonna reach out to you probably tomorrow, Tanika Shanette. I'll reach out tomorrow.
That was a freaking blasphemy. Those of you go to the A-Team Facebook and did you put it in? There was some pictures of people's food travesty, sacrilege, blasphemous thing that they were doing. I also put a video over there too. Yeah, this is not the time of the year to try recipes. You ain't never been in the kitchen cooking. No, leave it to the professionals. All right, love y'all. Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Ladies.